Hi, and welcome back to a very special episode of the Canary Room. It's Season 3, Episode 6 of the show, in what are incredibly difficult times across the globe. So my love and thoughts go out to all of you and your families, and hopefully the next half an hour or so will give you a little bit of fun, a little bit of entertainment. The show today doesn't come from the Canary Room here, it comes from Julian's Canary Birdroom, and it's a show that was filmed before the lockdown was in place. So I travelled down to see Julian a couple of weeks before the lockdown, and got to see all of Julian's incredible coloured canaries, his Red Clear Mosaics, his Agates, Blackwings, Greywings, all kinds of different birds, absolutely stunning. So please enjoy this episode. I must say a very special thank you for everybody who's donated to the show. Gents, Stephen Higgins, Michael Burling and Robert Elkin have made a follow-up donation to the show, and that's very, very, very much appreciated. So thanks very much indeed, guys. It really does make a difference. I'd also like to say a special thank you to Peter Hosp and Helen Bolton for their very kind and generous donations too. So thank you both. It really does mean a great deal to me. If you have enjoyed the show, and if you're able to, donate buttons in the top right hand corner. While I'm in the process of thanking, a huge thank you to Jackie at the Essex Bird Centre. Jackie provides me with all of my seed for the British finches, and for the conditioning seed, and the soak seed for the canaries, and you know, in very difficult times has kept a supply going with incredible speed of delivery. So Jackie, thank you very much. You're an absolute angel for me, and I know I echo the sentiments of bird keepers across the country when I say that. It's a nice little link because, well, here's me jumping in the car, and then we had a long journey up until we got to Julian's. So went to Julian's first on the Saturday, and then stayed over and went to Steve's and to see Bob Pepper as well on the Sunday. Don't worry, we'll be back in the Canary Room in a few weeks' time. There'll be chicks to see. We'll show how we ring some of the birds as well. I'm close ringing the canaries. So, as always, sit back and enjoy the show. It's another me in the car. So we just got in the car. It's Saturday morning. It is just gone 9:30. We have a 246-mile journey ahead of us, which is going to take just over 4 hours. So we're going to see Julian's Canary Birdroom today, and then we're going to stay overnight, and we're going to go and see the Yorkie Supreme Stud tomorrow. So it's a weekend away, a weekend of filming. Very much looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing Julian's birds and Steve's birds. So it's time for us to go back on the road. I use the time in the car really carefully. So what I'll do is I spend a great deal of time thinking about the pairings that I've made, thinking about what I expect to come from those various different pairings, and really planning for the future. It's a great opportunity to see Julian, look at his bird over the time. Although it was 4.5 hours, the journey, you don't see all of that here, thankfully. But we came off the junction for Southend-on-Sea and Basildon, and before I knew it, I was in Julian's Canary Birdroom. So, welcome back. We are on the road. We are in Julian's Canary Birdroom. Julian is a friend of mine. I met him last year when we bought the Agate Mosaics, or the Agate Mosaics? Agate Mosaics? The Mosaics, anyway, off him.
Red Agate Mosaic.
That's the ones, yeah. Thanks, Julian. And we're here in his birdroom. It is an absolute sight to behold. The stunning quality birds you'll see in the cages behind us. It is the birds are incredible. They are of incredible quality. We have a full-length show here from Julian's Canary Birdroom today. Many of you will have seen Julian's YouTube channel. If you haven't, take a look at it. Make sure you subscribe to it. Julian puts on lots of videos of his birds throughout the season. One of the things that you don't see, though, is much of Julian's face. So we're putting that right today.
Yes.
Here he is, look in front of the camera. Julian, welcome to the Canary Room in your shed.
Thank you. Very pleased to meet you in my bird room. And yes, the quality of the birds you can see here is my love for my birds. You know, you can see that I put everything into my birds. I go to sleep with my birds in my mind, and I wake up with my birds in my mind. So, yes, it's a lot of work and a lot of satisfactions. Sometimes you get disappointed. It's not easy, but you got to learn to go through, you know, over these problems.
And you were saying just before, so tell the viewers, when your love for birds, it started with pigeons, is that right?
I've been a birdman all my life, and I grew up with pigeons. I used to walk up and down the town, miles from morning till evening, with pigeons in, you know, in a bag, and walk around trying to make a deal and a swap with the other boys for a better quality pigeon, and it was nice. It was fun. It was nice. I mean, having pigeons, I used to walk and look up the sky all the time. When I was never walking to see if the car coming or anything. It was a nice childhood being a birdman, and you learn a lot from old people. I used to go every Sunday and meet up with the old people and hear all them stories. Some of them true, some of them just for fun. But it teach you a lot. Now I'm with canaries, and the birds I fell in love is the Red Clear Mosaic, which, as you can see, I've got 16 pairs Red Clear Mosaic. Every year I concentrate on Red Clear Mosaic. Everything else I have like 3-4 pairs from each for my own enjoyment. This is red color canaries. For me, it doesn't mean that I like all the red color, all the color canaries. There's only a few. That's why I have in my bird room that I like very much, and I would like some yellow as well. But it's not good to keep yellow with red in the same room because of the coloring. When you color up in the egg food and this, people will try to keep the yellow on the top row, but I think still, you know, current, wind, the chlorophyll fly in the air, you get few spots, red spots on the yellow birds, which is not very good. I like a few mosaics, yellow mosaics, like agates and topaz, and these I would like them, but probably if I have a spare room, you know.
I can feel an extension coming on. So, Julian, your love for canaries, tell me when that started.
I bought one canary and one cage. No, I bought one cage from the boot sale, and I thought I'd buy a canary for my kids, you know, as a pet. And I bought a yellow canary. I got home with it, waited for about a week, no song, nothing. I thought, oh, it must be a girl, you know, not a boy. So it was a hen. So I went to the shop and I bought a cock. And I meet up with a guy in the shop. He said he's got canary at home and everything. So he took me to his house, showed me his setup. Yeah, he had some wooden breeding cages. He had some Spanish Raza, some fives, some green fives, some mix. And I bought about 20 canaries from him. Went to the pet shop, I bought about 3 pairs of Red Factors. So I started breeding. I didn't have a clue about anything about condition, hour of lights, soft food, nothing. I just bought normal egg food, which was like seedy egg food, the yellow one.
Yeah.
And seeds, water, and you know, cuttlefish bone. Put them in a cage and everything. Didn't breed nothing from them. They was all like I mean, they had a little bit of light, you know, winter. I didn't know. I didn't even know when to breed them. And then one day I've seen mice, panicked. I took all the birds, give them to the pet shop. I said, no more canaries. The following year, which was in 2014, I meet up with a guy, and he used to breed water sluggers. And I bought 2 pairs of water slugger with him, and I went to another pet shop, and I bought a few hens and a few cocks, and I remember I had like 6 pairs of canaries. I started watching YouTube videos, seen the Red Factor man, which I say hello, and I watch him breeding in days, and for some reason I feel there's not enough for me, not enough knowledge to breed canaries. And then I start studying, do research, online research, translate from Italian, from my country as well, from Spain a lot, watching a lot of Spanish videos. Spanish video can teach you a lot of things. There's a lot of good Spanish breeders. They give you a lot of tips, and it's easy. You just put the translate in English, and it's easy.
And it does.
Only if you want to learn, you know.
Yeah.
But every day I used to finish work, come home, and watch videos. Watch how to mix egg food, how to color feed them, and everything. And I've seen a lot of nice setups, and slowly I thought, you know what? I have to do the same. So I built this nice, beautiful bird room in my living room. And my wife likes it as well, you know.
which is a good job, really, because when Julian says it is in his living room, he's not actually lying. His couch is just behind the camera. So we'll be sitting and having a coffee. I arrived here and Julian had a lovely piece of cake for me, which he's told me he was baking all night.
All night.
It looked a bit too perfect, to be fair. I mean, the man, not only can he breed fantastic coloured canaries, but he can make really good cake as well. So talk to me about the Red Clear Mosaics, Julian. When you were saying before that you couldn't find the level of quality you were looking for in the UK, so you went abroad.
I look on the Spanish video. I've seen a lot of nice bright red masks, mosaics, and I find a few in the UK. I've been to one guy, 40-50 pound a pair, but they was like very poor quality, very pink. You could not, I mean, they couldn't get like very red mask, white body. And then I understand, to get to that level, you need to have very good quality. Until one day, someone told me about a friend of mine, Danny Mercer. I visit him for first time, and soon as I go into his shed, I point my finger straight to the best birds he had there. In that year, them birds got the first place, UK champion. And that was the moment I fell in love with Red Clear Mosaic. And for me, Canary means Red Clear Mosaic. I like the other ones I have. I wouldn't keep them otherwise. But for me, the day I stop Red Clear Mosaic is the day I pack up completely, you know. So that was the point where I started to look for quality birds. Very hard to get hold of this country. I started going abroad and pre-order before from my friend Eldin from Sweden, from all the like good champion breeders from abroad. And all you see here is the work for the last 6 years. And every year I improved. Every year I bought new birds in, improved the line, and try to keep each line separate. So in 5 years' time, 4 years' time, I can add my own birds into the other line. I don't have to go look for birds again. Especially now with the Brexit, it will be very hard, you know. So I prepare myself, you know.
He's prepared for Brexit. What forward planning this man's seen. Absolutely forward planning. Well, Julian, I know you've got some top tips for us, but before we go into top tips, I'd like you to show us. I'm going to come out of camera because I think everyone's seen enough of my ugly mug. I'm going to come out of camera and I want you to show me some of your clear mosaics. And I know we were talking earlier before and you said that, you know, it's very difficult for you to pick your favourites. But if you can explain some of the pairings that you've put together for us this year and why you've put particular pairs together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So what we have here, we have this pair. The cock is Italian. The hen is from Sweden. Now the hen is producing a very big mask cocks. So using her with an Italian cock with a nearly perfect mask, it will give me the balance between the white and red with the mask and everything. So I'm trying to see, every year is an experiment. Every pair I'm breeding every year is an experiment. Every experiment will give me the right results. I'm writing down, everything comes out from this pair, from other pairs, and I see what's the best results. That's the way I can learn. It's very hard. Nobody will tell you, do this or do that, or that's the way, or that's the way. There is not a way. There's not something for sure to say, that's the way. No, that's the way. No, you have to experiment yourself, see what works better for you, and then you can discover the best way of breeding Red Clear Mosaic. Red Clear Mosaic, the most beautiful mosaics, but also the hardest mutation to breed in good quality for showing. In this case, we have a different line, which is a father with is her uncle. So I'm trying to keep the line. That's the line. He's a big mask, also not very white, but he's and sometime next year or year after, I will need these birds as well. So for breeding, you need more red birds, you need more white birds, you need all sorts of birds to create the balance, to get you the right breeding, you know, the right color. So first time you buy 2-3 pairs of Red Clear Mosaics, you don't know what you have there. You have to breed them first year, and then the second year you see the results, you see what come out of them. As you can see, the hens, they are all white, but the hen can hide very big problem. The hen can hide a very pink line. So what you're doing, when you breed them, you see what pairs give you the whiter line and what pairs give you the pinker line. So the following year, you know how to do the pairings and how you have to create the balance, pair up the pink with white. Now, people are gonna ask, how do I know if that hen is pink or white in the background? Because they all look white. Well, you're gonna copy her brother. If her brother is white, the hen is whiter. So that hen goes with the pink cock. So, and the hen, if her brother is pink, the hen is pink as well. So use the hen with the whiter cock. That's how I've done the last couple of years my breeding, and it comes out better and better every year. And I wish you good luck with this.
While we're here today, it would be absolutely remiss of us not to check in. Julian started breeding a little bit before I did. We were talking off camera before. I said to him I was in the shed yesterday and it was -1. Julian's Canary room is 15 degrees, so it's positively tropical compared to my own bird room. But he has got young in the nest. So one
hatched today.
The hatch today are just in time for us.
First pair.
They hatched today, so it's a pair just behind, I think, in this cage here. So I'll jump the other side of the camera and we'll zoom in and we'll have a really good look at these birds. How many eggs have been laid?
5 eggs.
5 eggs, and how many hatched so far?
4 chicks.
4 chicks so far.
It could be another one later.
Yeah.
Because they look all fertile. But sometimes he happens to have a dead in the shell.
Yeah.
You know, but...
And is that the average number of chicks? Do you normally be seeing 4 and 6 eggs?
To be honest, I always tell people I'm very happy to have 3 chicks per nest.
Right.
I feel very confident and very relaxed to have 3 chicks per nest. when I have 5 chicks per nest, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I'm worried, and I go all the time, every night, and I check them to see if they have food on this. Unless I know the pair, I know the hen that's feeding 5 chicks, no problems. Otherwise, you know. But for me, I'm breeding every year, average 3 chicks per nest. It works out.
And one of the other things you were talking about, Julian, was the seed. Now I know we're going to intersperse top tips, because actually, I think when I listen to you talk, the thing about the pinky ground bird and looking at the brothers and sisters, that's an incredible tip, and not one that I think I would have known anything about.
It's something that I come up with the idea myself.
Yeah.
Not something that's because nobody tell you anything.
No.
But I try to tell people, and maybe what I tell you will help you a little bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And in the breeding season, you're using a plain canary mix, is that right?
Right, the plain canary mix. In a breeding season, it's very good to use plain canary mix, because when the chicks hatch, and you give them the goodness, all the goodies, the soft food made with vitamins, with it's better to add a probiotic, calcium, vitamins, everything into your soft food. I use Pearl Morbid, Bianco, and I use on all my birds, because there's no point to make 2 dishes. With Pearl Bianco, with egg food, even some sock seeds as well in.
Yeah.
People would say it's the same thing, but you have a variety of food, they're gonna eat better. But once you put that soft food, a little pot in the cage, and the birds being on the plain canary, they jump on it, they eat everything. Otherwise, they're gonna spoil everything on the floor. Everything on the floor. They're not gonna eat properly, you know, and they're not gonna feed the chicks properly. So,
well, talking of chicks, let's have a little look at newly hatched, first hatch of the season. In Julian's canary bird room. So I'm going to step the other side of the camera again. I mean, it'll be a canary room with hardly any of me in it. How lucky you all are. You should thank Julian a lot for that. So I'm going to jump the other side of the camera while Julian gets the cage out, and we have a look at these little babies. So it's time in Julian's canary bird room for his top tips for successful breeding. First and foremost, Julian, it's around the nest bands. So do you want to talk to us a little bit about this?
Okay, so when I prepare for breeding, when I prepare my nest pan, what I do, I'm soaking this into the smice powder.
Yeah.
I'll do it well into the smice powder, then I'll put in the nest like this. Put some of material, goes in the cage. After the nest is built, what I do, on the first egg, I take the nest out. So you can see behind me here. I take the nest out, get the egg out, use front line, spray on it, put the egg back, and the nest goes outside the cage until 12 o'clock in the afternoon for the first 3 days. Outside the cage.
And so why do you leave it outside the cage until 12?
The reason is because some hens, they hide into the nest, they don't accept the cocks to trade them properly. You will end up with one fertile all clear.
Right.
So doing this for the first 3 days, you can give them half a day together with no nest pan in, so they have a chance, or she has a chance to get traded, and you have a chance to get good eggs doing that. On a fourth day morning, you leave it in here. You put all the other 3 eggs back on the 4th egg, and that's 14 days. Write down on a card. Excellent tips. Thank you very much for those. There'll be more throughout the show. I'm absolutely certain of that. I'm learning things as we walk around the canary room. Julian's canary bird room. Gosh, I really transported him 250 miles north. So on the 11 days old, 12 days old chicks, what we do, we're using a terracotta nest pan, which I'll prepare it the same way with the mice powder. Also use Vaseline on the bottom of the nest pan on the outside for about ½ an inch high, so to keep the mites away, so they can't climb up to the chicks. And put the second pan in for the nest to build the second nest, and the chicks are on the grill. So by the time the chicks they big enough, the cock will take care of them. She will stay on the second clutch. So also there is the cart behind me. It's got double purposes. We can use it for to write down the dates of the eggs they laid when they hatched and everything, and also is very good. As you can see, I got like a handle here, so to grab the door, and it's good to be a privacy for the hen sitting on the nest.
We are spoilt for choice. It's time for Bird of the Week. We're gonna go for 4. We're gonna go for 4 birds of the week.
That's much easier for me. But to choose only one is very hard.
What Julian said to me before was, it's like picking favourite children. Well, that's not a problem for me. I've got 6 to choose from, so it's quite easy to pick a favourite. But we are going to have a look now at some incredible, absolutely incredible specimens. So I will jump the other side of the camera again, and Julian will talk us through each of the different birds.
Here we have a red-black greywing cock. He won 4 shows from me last year. He's out from a very good, well-planning pairing that I had, and it's a nice, very nice color. Something very that attracts me very much. Because I concentrate on Red Clear Mosaic a lot. I only keep like 3-4 pairs every year of Greywings, red-black Greywings Mosaic, they called. And and here we have red-brown Pheo Mosaic cock, and his father I got it from a friend of mine. He's been in the World Show 2012, so he had chicks at 7 years old, and he's the only one left. He's a bigger size compared with the normal canary, but I like the melanin on his back. Looks fantastic for me, and I'm hoping to have a chance to breed a few chicks out of him. Now this one is my champion, my last year champion, Red Clear Mosaic. Very nice boy. I'm using it with his mother as well. Also, I'm trying to experiment another pairing with him and see what comes out of him. Also have his brother, which is almost identical with him. And yeah, this is a stunning bird. I love it. Well, I can say just good luck everyone for breeding. Now this is a red Agate Mosaic cock. His brother with the ones I gave you, Matt. Really nice and nice bright mask. Very nice striation on the flanks. Nice melanin on him. Also have his parents, so he's gonna give me some nice chicks this year.
It has been incredible. Julian's Red Clear Mosaics are things of absolute beauty, and the husbandry here is first class. The place is immaculate. I think the only thing for us to do now is to just look around the room. So again, I'll jump behind the camera, and Julian will talk us through some of the other canaries that he has in Julian's canary birdroom. So I will pass the mic, and Julian will talk us through. They are, honestly, you're in for one hell of a treat.
Thank you, Matt. Right, so what we have in here, because we have to mention all other colors I'm keeping, not only the Red Clear Mosaics. This is the red brown Pheo mosaic cock that won best in show, best exhibit last year for me. Pheo mosaic with his hen. They should hatch tomorrow. Up the top we have another pair of Pheo mosaic, 4 pairs of red factors. Here we have red Agate Mosaics pair, they only eggs. Down here another pair, they have 2 eggs only. Down here with clear eggs, so now the second round they should lay any time now, tomorrow. Up here we have, I will show you so you can see, is a red black mosaic, red black mosaic, so hopefully I will get red black just out of them. This side we have Isabel. So over here we have a red Isabel mosaic. Is only the hen. She's sitting on 4 eggs. It should hatch tomorrow. She's a very good mom. She raised a few chicks for me last year. Here we have a pair of red Isabel mosaic. They had the eggs, but the cock smashed the eggs. So now second round I will remove the cocks. So learn me lesson this time. We have red black Greywings. It's father and daughter. Hoping to get something out of them this year. Unfortunately their eggs was clear, so I give them good eggs from Red Clear Mosaic. So next round I'm hoping to get good eggs from them. I really wanted to have chicks from these 2, father and daughter. Underneath we have another red Agate Mosaic. They both from Sweden, from my friend Eldin. I really want to have some chicks from them this year. Last year I used them with different line. I didn't put them together because the hen was not in a condition. Here we have, this is the best pair of red black mosaic that I'm breeding this year. They have 4 good eggs, and hopefully we'll get some very nice. They both have very nice striation on the flanks, on the chest, good melanin. They both champions. He's the last year, 2 years ago champion, and she's the last year champion. So they should, you know, give me some very nice looking cocks, chicks. Another pair here, red Isabel mosaic. They're very pretty, both of them. They had one round, decided to nick their eggs, to put them to a different hen, because they was fertile, and that's good news. She's gonna lie again, fertile, and hoping to get a few more Isabel this year. Right, this one in the end is a red Isabel mosaic cock, which I've got from Sweden, and I'm not using it this year, as I'm using a different one. This is red Agate mosaic cocks. These are last year young, bred by myself, very nice cocks. I've got 2 hens for them. They're not in breeding condition yet, so but I would really like to breed. They got very nice lines on the sides, on the flanks. They look very nice, and especially this one, it's got a bigger head. They're very nice birds. Okay.
Well, we have come to the end of our show. Julian, a massive thank you for your incredible hospitality, incredible cake making skills, but most importantly, one of the most wonderful setups I have had the pleasure of seeing. The quality of the birds in here are unbelievable. They are absolutely top draw. You can follow Julian, you can add him as a friend on Facebook, Julian's Canary Birdroom. Have a look at his YouTube channel as well, and make sure you subscribe to that. Julian, it has been an absolute pleasure. What would your last piece of advice be to anyone who looking to keep to coloured canaries?
I'm always here to help with the advice, with anything they know, they want to know, with everything I know. That doesn't make me a specialist in that I know everything. I'm learning every year, and with every breeding year, I can learn more new experiments and more new ideas. They come in my head, how to do this, how to do that, and I'll gladly share with people to encourage people, especially the newcomers, to encourage them to move forward. A lot of people, when they hit the problems, they give up. No, you have to move on. And an advice for me is buy your birds in autumn, prepare them for the breeding season, get them used to your bird room and everything. Going to buy birds in March to put them straight down for breeding is not going to help you. That's going to be the biggest disappointment, and that's what people don't understand. A bird is got to be conditioned by yourself, and she needs to come in get used to your bird room. Yeah. So this is my advice for the people. If they want to know anything, they can find me on Facebook, on Messenger. Ask me. I always answer people. I never decline anyone. And, that's it. I'm here to help.
There you go, everyone. It's an open invitation. I've got my eye on, pretty much everything in the room. And as we go off camera, I'll be having a little word with Julian about the birds that I might want to acquire come autumn this year. That's all we've got time for today. If you've liked the programme, hit thumbs up, hit subscribe, put in the comments below. Until next time, take care.
Bye.
It's a wrap. Thanks, mate.
No problem.